So today, we're going to dig into this really powerful idea from the podcast, The Common Bell. It's all about a huge shift in how we handle disagreements and, actually connect with people. And it all boils down to one simple but profound question.
Just think about that for a second. When somebody challenges one of your ideas, what's your gut reaction? Is your first instinct to pull up the drawbridge, man the walls, and defend your little castle of beliefs? Or do you get a little excited, pull out a map, and say, what's over there? This one choice, it's at the very heart of everything we're about to explore. All right, so let's get real and talk about our default setting. The thing is, for most of us, whether we even realize it or not, we start out as the soldier. It's a mindset that's so automatic, so ingrained, we usually don't even notice we're doing it. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? The soldier mindset, it's all about protecting our ego. The moment our ideas get challenged, it feels like a personal attack on us. So what do? We build these emotional walls, we dig in, and the goal is no longer about finding what's true. Nope, it's just about winning.
But what if there's another way, a better way? What if the goal isn't to win the battle, but to actually understand the terrain? Well, this is where we learn to make that critical shift, from being a soldier to becoming a scout.
And this is the key right here. It's not about learning to fight better or having cleverer arguments. It's a total 180-degree change in perspective. It's about changing the entire reason you're having the conversation in the first place.
Okay, so this slide just lays it all out side by side. The soldier, their goal is to defend, and it's all driven by a fear of being wrong, so they build walls. But the scout's goal is totally different. It's to discover, to see the world as it actually is. What drives them? Pure curiosity, so they build bridges. It's this massive shift from asking, am I right, to asking, wait, what is true?
Okay, that all sounds great, right? But how do you actually do it, in the heat of an argument when you're feeling defensive? Well, the podcast gives us this brilliant, super practical tool for this exact moment. They call it the bell.
It's basically like Pavlov's bell, but for your own brain. It's the signal that you decide on ahead of time, one that you teach yourself to recognize. And its only job is to snap you out of that automatic defensive soldier mode and give you that crucial split second to choose a different path.
And the process is just so simple, it's brilliant. First, you hear the signal. That little knot in your stomach when an argument starts, that's your bell ringing. Step 2, you have to consciously check in with yourself. Just ask, okay, wait, am I being a soldier right now? And third, and this is so important, you make a physical shift. Drop your shoulders, take a deep breath. It's like you're telling your body, it's okay, we're not under attack, we're just exploring. Okay, and this is where this whole idea just explodes, from being about you to being about us. Because this shift from soldier to scout, it doesn't just change you. It has the power to fundamentally change our communities and make them stronger in this really amazing way.
So this concept of anti-fragility is just huge. Look at this breakdown. A fragile community, one that's built on everyone thinking the same, well, it shatters under pressure. A robust community may be built on just tolerating each other. It survives. It bends but doesn't break. But an anti-fragile community, that's the goal. It's built on the scout mindset, on pure curiosity. And so when it hits a point of stress or disagreement, it doesn't just survive, it actually gets stronger.
So how on earth does a community get stronger from stress? This quote just nails it. In a community full of scouts, a disagreement isn't seen as a threat. It's just data. It's new information for everyone's map. That friction from different points of view doesn't break things apart. No way. It generates the heat, the energy that actually forges deeper and more resilient connections.
And at the end of the day, this isn't just some mental trick. The ultimate goal here is to become what the podcast calls a connection agent, someone who actively brings this scout mindset into every single part of their life. Just think about this for a second. You're in a meeting, and a colleague totally challenges your big project. Instead of getting defensive, you just pause, and you ask this question. You're not admitting you're wrong, you're just saying, hey, let's put our maps on the table together. Suddenly, it's not a conflict anymore, it's a collaboration.
Or what about that tense family dinner? We've all been there, right? The outsider test is such a brilliant scout move. All you do is mentally take a step back and try to see the argument like a neutral third party would. What would they see? Instantly, it just sucks the emotional charge out of the room and helps you see the bigger picture. All right, So we've gone through the theory, which is all fascinating stuff, but this is where it gets real. This is where the podcast makes it clear that the real work starts now. It's an invitation for you to go from just learning about this to actually doing it.
So here it is. Here's your mission if you're up for it. The next conversation you have, make a conscious choice to play the role of the scout. Actively find someone who sees the world differently than you do, and then just get curious, genuinely curious. And maybe, the bravest step of all, find something you're a little fuzzy on and be willing to share that uncertainty with someone else.
Because that's really what it all comes down to. That signal for change, that bell, it's ringing all around us. It's in every tough conversation, every little disagreement. It's a constant invitation to stop defending and start discovering. The bell is ringing for all of us. The only question is, are we ready to finally drop the armor and see what's out there?